Come and lay down the weights you have been carrying in silence. Let the breath you have been holding for so long be released into the presence of the Lord. Let his nearness be the shelter where the ache is seen and tended. If this time has met you in a moment of weariness, tell us below where you are watching from, and if you wish, leave a short prayer in the comments so we can hold it with you. If you would like more evenings like this, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so these moments can come to you again. Father, we come now seeking your face. We bring the quiet, the questions, the bruises hidden beneath ordinary speech. Come with your calm. Let your spirit breathe over what is closed and wounded. We ask for your presence to be nearer than our fear, gentler than our shame, steadfast as a rock. Hear us as we speak words of the heart. Receive our voice as the psalmist received the Lord's mercy. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord which made heaven and earth. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. O Lord, hear my voice. Let my cry come unto thee. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. Heal me, O Lord, for my bones are vexed. My soul is also sore vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long? Turn, O Lord, deliver my soul. O save me for thy mercy's sake. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. We bring before you now the places we dare not name aloud. You see what we keep hidden even from ourselves. In the hush of this room, with the night pressing soft against the windows, we hand over what we have tucked away. Wounds shaped by words, regrets that make a bed within the ribs, shame that tightens like a band. Mend these places, Lord. What we cannot tend, tend thou. What we cannot speak, receive. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Hear my prayer, O Lord, give ear to my supplications. In thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness. Enter not into judgment with thy servant, for in thy sight shall no man living be justified. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou art my rock in my fortress. Therefore for thy name's sake lead me and guide me. Bring me out of the net that they have laid privily for me, for thou art my strength. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from mine enemies. The pangs of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The cords of Sheol were round about me, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. O God of compassion, you who know the secret chambers of the heart, visit the hidden rooms of our souls. Let your light go into the closets where fear has been kept, and let your gentle hand unbind what shame has fastened. Teach us to surrender the habits that have become prison walls. Make us soft enough to receive healing. I will wait on the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Listen, O my soul, to the psalmist's cry. Out of the depths I have cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. When the enemy came in like a flood, the Spirit lifted a standard. When the heart was beleaguered by accusations, the Lord set a watch. For he will bring forth my righteousness as the light, and my judgment as the noonday. He will bring me forth to light. He will show me his salvation. Hear me, O Lord, for thy mercy is great. Turn unto me according to thy loving kindness. Draw near to the contrite of heart. Do not despise the sorrow that comes in honesty. For the Lord is near to the brokenhearted, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill.
I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. My heart is fixed, O God, my heart is fixed. I will sing and give praise. Awake up, my glory. Awake, psaltery and harp. I myself will awake early. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. We place in your hands now, Lord, the names we whisper in the dark. Bring vindication where there has been false accusation. Bring justice that restores, not for vengeance of the soul, but for the peace of the heart. Let those who have borne false witness be set aside. Let truth stand forth and clear the path for healing. Keep us from bitterness. Teach us to trust your righteous judgment. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. For behold, thou hast tried my heart. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast proved me, and shalt find nothing. I am purposed that my mouth shall not transgress. But the Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. He has delivered his servant from the hands of the violent. He has been my stronghold in the day of trouble. Lord, you have been our refuge in generations past. Be our shelter now. When the earth is moved and the mountains shake, your voice remains. Be the quiet in our storm. Be the steady beam that supports the parts of us that are frayed. Teach us to rest under your shadow, to feel your wings as refuge, to know that the night is not the end, but the place where your work of healing begins. I will seek thee early. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I order my prayer unto thee, and will look up. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence. Take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? The Lord taketh my part. The Lord is my helper. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. We bring before you now each small secret wound, the words that landed like stones, the betrayals that hollowed out trust, the loneliness that sat like frost. Hold them, Lord. Bind them. Bring friends at the right hour, deliver counsel at the right time. And if the healing comes through long, patient tending rather than sudden cure, grant us the grace to endure it with hope. O Lord my God, I cried unto thee, and thou hast healed me. Thou hast brought my soul from the pit, and hast kept me from going down into the pit of corruption, for thou hast cast all my sins behind thy back. Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. The Lord will strengthen me upon the bed of languishing. Thou wilt make all my bed in my sickness. Be to me a rock of habitation, whereunto I may continually come. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. We rest in these words now. If your throat is tight, loosen it by saying aloud, Lord, you see me. If the night has been heavy, place a hand on your chest and feel the rise and fall. Let the rhythm remind you of the Creator's sustaining breath. I will abide in the house of the Lord forever. I will meditate in his pavilion and continue in his tabernacle. O Lord my God, in thee do I put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me, and deliver me. Lead me, Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. Father, you have seen the pain we hide. You have not been startled by our honesty. You are not repelled by our shame. You are a physician who knows how to touch the very places that ache. Give us courage to let you in there. Give us patience for the slow work of mending. Give us companions who will walk beside us without fixing us prematurely, who will listen and who will pray. From the ends of the earth will I cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a contrite heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. We lay down now, in this quiet, the burdens from our day. We entrust the story we fear to tell to the one who already knows it, who redeems it. In the shelter of his wings we will sleep. Under his shadow we will find rest. Hold on to these truths in the darkness. You are seen. You are known. You are not abandoned. The hurt you carry is not wasted. In the hands of the Lord, even the hidden places become grounds for grace. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Continue with me now as we bring more of these ancient words before the Lord, that they might press into the places we cannot reach alone. Let the cadence of the psalmist move through you, calling and answering, crying and receiving, until the night finds you softened and the hidden place made ready for healing. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, even unto the Lord did I make supplication. I poured out my complaint before him. I showed before him my trouble. Now, as the air grows still and your heart beats slow, listen for the safety the psalmist proclaims. The Lord is a refuge. His faithfulness is a shield. He keeps the paths of the righteous. He delivers the meek. Rest in that promise through the coming verses. My soul followeth hard after thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. I will run in the way of thy commandments when thou hast enlarged my heart. Lord, as we continue, bring to light one small truth you would have us see tonight. Let it be a lantern for the first step toward mending. Let it be enough to begin. Let us be willing to be taught, to be held, and to be healed. I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember thy wonders of old. I will meditate also of all thy work, and talk of thy doings. For now, let these words sink. When my heart is faint, when my hope is low, when the world is heavy, the Lord is near. He restores, he guards, he guides, he vindicates. Receive this solace quietly. Let it go to the hurt place, and stay there a while. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, he leadeth me beside the still waters. Let your imagination rest there for a moment. Soft grass under you, a stream that does not hurry, a hand that steadies your head. If worry pulls at you, place both hands over your lower ribs and feel the steadiness of your breath. Inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Let each out-breath say, silently, I release this to you. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. If there is a part of you that feels weary from having to be right, from having to prove yourself, or from carrying shame, whisper its name now. You can say it aloud, or keep it in your heart. The name need not be clever. It simply needs to be known. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Let the comfort of that rod and staff be more than picture. Let it be the sense that someone who loves you will not let you wander into harm alone. If anxiety tightens your throat, place your hand over it and breathe into that place. Allow God's presence to press gentle fingers to where fear lives. Say, you are not alone. Hear it as an answer from beyond yourself. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Picture that table, set not because you have earned it, but because you are beloved. The oil poured on your head is not cosmetic. It is a sign of being chosen, adorned, held. Whatever scarcity you have felt, of acceptance, of rest, of safety, imagine that cup now being filled until it spills. Let the overflow be for someone you know who also needs it. Ask God to touch that name. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. If doubt rises, if you think, I don't deserve this, speak to that doubt with gentleness. Say, if this is true, make it true in me. Offer the tiny prayer of willingness. Lord, make me willing to receive. Let that willingness be your work tonight. Perfect healing can wait, but a willing heart begins the repair. Brother, sister, if there is an offense between you and another, lay it here. If you are the one who needs to ask forgiveness, breathe and name the first small step you will take. If you are the one who needs to offer forgiveness, release the recollection now. Do not excuse wrong, but choose not to be consumed by it. Say, Lord, help me to forgive as I have been forgiven. We hold before you now the broken places, family ties frayed by silence, dreams undone by loss, bodies that ache, minds that cannot quiet. We place them into your hands, not because we are finished with them, but because we are finished carrying them alone. Touch what only you can touch. Mend what human hands cannot mend. Hear now a promise to carry into sleep. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. If sleep has been elusive, ask for a small mercy tonight, a 4-count inhale that returns you to rest, a single dream that begins the work of reconciliation, one morning in which the weight feels lighter. Pray for that single mercy, naming it if you can. If you are weary from decision, from long choosing, ask for the next right step rather than a grand map. Say, Lord, give me the next right step. Feel your heart ready itself for that small motion. If courage is the thing you need, name one courageous act, however slight, that you might do in the coming day. Speak it as a vow to yourself and to God. We commend to you tonight those who cannot speak, the sick who lie in quiet rooms, the lonely hearts who fear dawn, the children held in tension, the ones who have been told they are less than they are. For each we ask sustenance, for each we ask that mercy be near. If a face comes to your mind, Place that face before the Lord with your hands. Now let us practice a simple laying down of burdens. Visualize one burden as a small stone. See its color, its shape. Take it into both hands and say its name: shame, fear, anger, regret. And then, in a movement of trust, place that stone on the altar of God's care. Watch as another hand, the hand of God, lifts it from the altar and sets it down somewhere warm and safe. Breathe slowly. Inhale warmth. Exhale release. If you are wrestling with grief that feels unendurable, you are not required to be finished with it before you come to God. Bring the rawness. Say aloud, "I do not know how to move forward," and then follow with, "But I will rest here in your presence for now." Let grief be a companion tonight, not a force that drives you. We will close this time by asking for a blessing of quiet on your body and a blessing of clarity on your mind. Lord, grant that the feet we take tomorrow will know where to go, that the hands we offer will have tenderness, that the words we choose will be true and kind. Give us enough courage to ask for help when we need it, and enough humility to accept it. If you are able, place one hand over your heart now and listen for its rhythm. Let every beat be a reminder: you are alive, you are held. This night will not hold you forever. When fear whispers otherwise, answer with the steady voice of the psalmist: "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" We will end with a quiet declaration, a short turning of the heart toward trust. Say with me, softly, "Lord, I am tired. I give you my tiredness. I am afraid. I give you my fear. I am longing. I give you my longing. Keep me through the night. Restore me by morning. Make my heart ready for the work you will give me." Breathe now. Let the cadence of the Psalms continue to circle you like a watchful hand. If sleep comes, let it bring repair. If wakefulness remains, let it be a silent keeping until the dawn. Know that the God who has brought you this far walks with you still. We will hold this silence together for a few moments. No words, only breath. Only the simple presence of the Lord surrounding us. When you are ready, carry one small piece of this peace into tomorrow. Keep it like a talisman near your heart. Silent pause. 2 minutes. In the morning, when your eyes open, remember one promise you heard tonight and speak it aloud. Let that promise be your companion through whatever the day will bring. The Lord be with you. The Lord keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Now rest. We will meet again in the waking light. When morning comes, move slowly. Do not let the day steal the steadiness you have practiced in the dark. Before your feet touch the floor, rest your hand again upon your chest, and listen. Let the rhythm you held through the night still mark you. Slow, deliberate, anchored. Breathe once, naming the promise you will carry. You keep me. I will not be afraid. Breathe again, and let that phrase settle not only in your mind, but in the hollow where worry often lives. If the thought of the tasks ahead crowds in, choose one small thing to receive your attention first. A single, reachable act that is the next right step. It may be as ordinary as speaking a needed word, sending a brief message, making one sound choice at a meal, or tending one corner of a room. Do that thing with intention, and let grace attend it. If you rise to care for others, children who will stir under warm covers, an elder whose mourning is measured in patience, someone whose work begins before dawn, offer this short prayer as you move. Lord, give me eyes to see what is needed, and hands to do it kindly. Keep me gentle when I am tired, and quick to rest when I must. Let that prayer be both petition and armor, asking help and receiving it. For the one who wakes with decisions heavy on the mind, try this practice. Name the decision aloud in a single sentence. Then ask for one light, one next right step. Speak it as you would to a friend. Then set a timer for 5 minutes and make a list of 2 tiny actions or inquiries that will move that step forward. Action, even small, loosens the knot. If grief meets you at the sink or at the mirror, do not pretend otherwise. Sit with it for a moment before the day presses on. Place your palm flat on your face and say softly, "I bring this grief to you. I am carried even when I do not feel it." Let the phrase be a bridge between what is raw and the ordinary tasks of living. Allow tenderness to shape whatever small duties remain. There will be moments, brief, ordinary, when you will be tempted to hurry or to shrink from kindness. Prepare a tiny liturgy for those moments. Touch the back of your hand and whisper, "Be kind." Then breathe in slowly, count to 4, breathe out, and let the urge to hurry pass. One small act of kindness given freely will change the geometry of the day more than any grand plan. Work and worship are not separate compartments. As you wash your hands or make coffee, consecrate the task. Make this small thing a prayer, O Lord. Let the mundane be a place where God is honored, where attention becomes devotion. If you are about to meet someone difficult, pause and ask for clarity of speech and humble ears. Pray this short phrase, "Give me courage to speak truth and gentleness to receive what I do not want to hear." If you carry shame, find one concrete way to loosen it today. Say the truth aloud to someone who will not use it to wound you. An honest word shared with a trusted friend, a marker that shame is not an identity, but an experience. If confession to God is where you begin, try these words, "I am sorry for," name it, "and I cling to your mercy." Then breathe and mean it. For those whose bodies ache or whose nights have been thin, remember that rest is not a reward for productivity, but a gift for the journey. When the clock allows, give your body 2 pauses, one mid-morning, one mid-afternoon. Close your eyes for 60 seconds, breathe deliberately, and return to the day with renewed patience. We will name now several brief prayers for different paths you might walk today. Speak the one that fits your life and hold it for a moment. For the anxious, Lord, steady my hands, steady my mind. One step, one breath. For the lonely, draw close to the friendless, send someone with a warm word. For the grieving, meet the edges of my sorrow with your presence. Do not let me be alone with it. For the exhausted caregiver, sustain me, send reinforcements, let help arrive in small, practical ways. For the one facing an impossible choice, show me the next right step and give me courage to take it. If you can, write one line for the day, a short vow, "Today I will," and place it where you will see it. Make it small. It need not be a declaration of triumph. Let it be a tender plan that your soul can accomplish. As you step into the day, carry with you a blessing for ordinary things. Say it now, slowly, as you stand or as you walk toward the door. May your feet be steady in the work you are given. May your hands be gentle with those you touch. May your words be true and not more than is needed. May you be curious enough to learn and humble enough to rest. May mercy find you before you must seek it. If your morning brings bad news, know that there is a way through. Receive the news without having to fix it in the same breath. Name what came and breathe. I will sit with this for a time. Lord, be nearer than the news. Then act when action is needed, grieve when grief is faithful. There are practical habits that keep the spirit from being overwhelmed. Consider these small disciplines for the next week: a morning breath prayer, a brief midday pause, and a nightly naming of one mercy you noticed that day. Start where you are able. Consistency, not intensity, will build a life that is held. Before you go fully into the day, let us take one final simple offering. Place both hands together, palms touching, and bow your head if you are able. Pray after me, slowly and with intention. Lord,
I thank you for the night that kept me and for the morning that calls me. Help me to meet today without pretending I have more than I do. Give me small courage and clear eyes. Keep me patient with myself and generous with others. When I must speak, give me words that heal. When I must be silent, give me a listening that makes room for truth. Keep watch over those I love and over those I do not yet know. Let mercy be my first response and gratitude my last. In your care I rest, and in your strength I go. Amen. Go now, carrying one small piece of tonight's peace as proof that you have been held. Move as the day requires, and return, in quiet, to the practices that keep you tethered: a breath, a short prayer, the naming of one next right step. We will meet again. Until then, let your heart remember the psalmist's steadiness. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? If you need a shorter reminder for the busiest moments, keep this 2-line breath prayer in your pocket. Inhale, you are near. Exhale, I am safe. Use it as often as you need. Now, taking the first small step you named, go in the steadiness of God and let mercy accompany each thing you do.
We will return to this quiet place again. For now, live the mercy you have received. When the sun has climbed and the tasks of the day press in, give yourself permission for a brief reorientation. You need not make a grand retreat. A hinge of 5 minutes can turn the day. Sit where you are. Let your shoulders drop. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly, and feel the rhythm that holds you. Breathe in slowly, counting 4. Hold for 2. Breathe out for 6. With each out-breath, say softly, "Be still," and let the phrase sink into muscle and bone. If decisions crowd you, make a list of the smallest next actions. Do not aim for a plan that solves everything. Name the one step that will reduce the chaos. A single phone call, a single sentence drafted, a single request for help. Write it and put it somewhere visible. Then, before you resume, speak this short prayer aloud. Lord, give me the courage for this one small thing. Keep my heart from racing ahead of the work you have set before me. For relationships that fray in ordinary ways, practice a tiny repair. If someone has spoken sharply to you this week, rehearse a measured greeting in your mind. 3 sentences that are true and unprovocative. If you are the one who has spoken sharpness, prepare the single sentence that will begin to mend. I spoke hastily. I am sorry. Keep it brief. Let humility do the heavy lifting. If the wound is deeper, ask God to help you choose the right time and the right listener to carry the truth. When your body signals depletion, remember the gospel of small rests. Stand and reach, then sit and close your eyes for a minute. Let your hands fall into your lap. Offer these words as a prayer and a command to yourself. My body serves the soul. I will not demand impossible labor from it. If you have a single bite of food to spare for silence, eat it without distraction. Taste, thank. Return to the day with kindness toward the body God lent you. Midday is also a time for brief intercessions. Name 2 people, one near, one far, and hold them in one sentence each. For the near one, Lord, give them patience in their work and a friend at noon. For the far one, guard them from loneliness. Let your presence be nearer than any absence. Do not try to fix their lives. Offer the one-line petition and trust God to work without your instruction. As the afternoon wanes and the light softens, prepare a small practice for endings. Choose one of these and do it each evening for a week. The examen of gratitude. Name 3 small mercies before sleep. 3 quiet facts of the day in which life bent toward goodness. The confession of one thing. Admit one short failing and place it in God's hands. Do not make a list that crushes you. The gift of witness. Call or send a note to one person who carried you or made you laugh that day. Let gratitude travel. These practices keep the heart honest without making faith a performance. When grief presses, or a night seems likely to lengthen with sorrow, use a simple anchor prayer. Place your hand over your heart and say, slowly, "You are here. I am not alone in this." Repeat 3 times. If tears come, let them. If silence comes, let it be a form of listening. If you must name a loss or fear, speak it in one line. I am afraid of, name it, and I ask for a steady companion. Then breathe and let God's presence be the room that holds your fear. There are days that will demand more than your ordinary strength. For those, make a portable liturgy, a few words you can wear like armor, and a pocket-sized promise you can return to. Try these 3 phrases and choose one to carry with you. One breath at a time. Mercy first. This is not all there is. Say the phrase whenever you feel the edges of the day sharpen. Let it slow your mind and remind you of the larger story that steadies small crises. Before evening falls, consider an act of concrete mercy. It need not be grand. Put aside a small portion of your time, money, or voice for someone else. A drink for a neighbor, a note for a colleague, a meal reserved for a person you know is hungry. Small acts shape the soul into a habit of giving. If action is impossible, send a short prayer for one person and trust that the prayer itself is a deed. Now, as the day closes, prepare for night by making a brief ritual that marks the turn. Put your hands together and look back over the day without accusation. Tell the truth. Where did you show love? Where did you fall short? Do not be exhaustive. Choose one thing you did well and one thing you will try to repair tomorrow. Write them on a scrap of paper if that helps. Hold the paper for a moment and offer this prayer. Lord, I lay these days' debts and delights before you. Keep what was good. Teach me from what was hard. Make me softer where I was rigid and steadier where I was afraid. Bring rest to my body, clarity to my thoughts, and gentleness to my conversations tomorrow. End the evening with a short blessing for sleep. Say it slowly, letting each line land. May you be held through the night by a presence that watches and loves. May your breath find its evenness again. May those you carry in your heart be covered by mercy. May tomorrow mend what today could not. If you pray the Lord's name, speak it now, and let the sound be a final harbor. If your faith uses another language of address, use that, and let it be enough. When you rise again, take with you a single question to guide the day. What small mercy can I make true today? Let that question shape choices: an extra listening, an abridged schedule, a refusal to add needless burden. Live by the small mercies. They are the scaffolding of fidelity. We will return to practices of prayer and rest, but for now, move gently into the evening. Keep the promises you can keep. Forgive yourself for what you could not do. Trust that the habit of returning, name, breath, prayer will reshape the hardest of days into a life that is held. A final primal prayer for this night. Lord, keep watch over those who cannot keep watch. Tend the broken places and lighten their load. Give courage to the timid and rest to the weary. Use me in whatever small way I can be used to carry a piece of your mercy into the world. Guard my sleep and wake me with the grace to begin again. Amen. Rest now, and when you awake, begin again with a breath and the memory that you are held. When morning comes, do not rush to prove that the night was overcome. Let dawn be an invitation rather than a scoreboard. Before you rise, keep your hands where they were when you slept for one slow breath. Feel the contour of the bed, the weight of the blankets, the way the light returns to the room. Name, quietly, one thing you hope for in this day. No manifesto, no list, one small hope that you can carry in a pocket of your spirit. Hold it there like a coin. Stand slowly. Make a small, deliberate motion that says, I am present to this day. It can be as simple as placing your hand against your face, drinking a glass of water, stepping outside for 30 seconds. These are not ornamental, they are thresholds. They teach the body and the attention how to move from sleep into service, from inward to outward, from fear to a readiness to answer what calls. Begin with a breath practice that takes less than a minute and will travel with you. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out for 6. Do it 3 times. If your mind resists, name where it goes. Worry, plan, regret, and bring it back without judgment. Attach a short phrase to the breath. Choose one now and say it once to yourself as you finish the cycle. One small mercy. Be gentle. Mercy first. Wear the phrase for the morning. Let it return to you when impatience rises in traffic, when a meeting hums like a wire, when a child asks for the 1,000th explanation. Repetition is not ritual fatigue, it is training. Work, when you must, in bounded pieces. If you are at a desk, use 3-hour blocks, or 2, whatever fits your life, and between them, take a 5-minute sanctuary. Stand, look out a window, rub your own hands. Say a sentence of protection. Keep my hands steady, keep my words true. If you move through the world, shops, classrooms, trains, choose a visible marker to mark your breaks. A park bench, a statue, the corner of a building. These are a liturgy of small stops that prevent your life from telescoping into a relentless now. At midday, practice a table liturgy. If you eat alone, set aside the screens. Look at the food. Name 2 gifts that made this meal possible. Sun and soil, hands that cooked, money that paid. If you share a table, invite a short round. One person names a mercy, another names a need. The practice trains generosity and truth. Both are muscles.
Before you eat, offer this brief prayer. Bless this portion, Lord. Bless the hands that prepared it and the bodies that will receive it. Teach us to be wary of taking for granted and quick to offer thanks. Make our hunger a measure of compassion, not possession. For those whose work is care, nurses, teachers, parents, the midday bell can be a permission. Permit yourself to stop for 10 minutes and do nothing but breathe. Tell yourself that absence from busyness is not failure, but renewal. If you cannot find 10 minutes, take 3 breaths at the sink between tasks. Consider them a small absolution. When grief or anxiety returns, prepare a private liturgy for those sharp hours. It need not be long. Fold it into a few lines you can recite in the car, behind a screen, on a bench. Keep it below the noise. For instance, O God who goes with us even when the road is dark, hold this fear. Let it have room and also be held. Teach me how to bend without breaking. Keep my hands for mercy and my feet for the path of small goodness. Say it aloud when you can. If not, whisper it in your mind. The voice itself is an anchor. Make an evening unscrolling, a ritual distinct from work's finality. 30 minutes before bed, go to a single page and write 3 things: a tenderness you received, a place you were impatient, and one thing you will repair tomorrow. Folding the page is an act of leaving some matters undone, meaning not careless negligence, but a trust that not everything must be closed by sunset. If you live with others, cultivate a way to ask for what you need without accusation. Use this sentence stem, I need help with, and finish with a single, practical request. If you are the one who tends others, practice receiving that sentence without immediate counsel. Sometimes presence is the answer, sometimes action. Learn the difference. There are days you will have to be the steady hand for someone else. When that happens, breathe first. Put your palm lightly over the person's hand or shoulder and say, simply, I'm here. Small steadiness often outlasts great speeches. Offer practical things, a cup of tea, a copy of a poem, the time to sit. If words fail, bring a task, fetch water, close the curtains, fold a blanket. Practical love is often the least dramatic and the most salvational. Cultivate a small reading practice, 3 pages, a poem, the opening of a gospel, a psalm, something you return to slowly and not as an achievement. Let reading become a way to be taught rather than to check a box. If a passage lands hard, do not be afraid to stop and sit with what it asks of you. Make a marginal note or fold the corner. The habit is less about accumulation and more about being formed. When doubt arrives, and it will, treat it like a weather pattern, not a verdict. Name it. This is doubt. Offer it air and a question. What do you want from me? Sometimes doubt asks for a rest. Sometimes it asks for re-entry. Sometimes it is grief in disguise.
Keep a single prayer ready for these times. Lord, give me patience with my unbelief. Help me to be honest and to remain close even when my sight is poor. Teach your tongue to speak truth to power, the power of panic, the power of cynicism, the power of quick fixes. Speak names, of wounds, of needs, of longings. Naming does not mean you will solve everything. Naming makes things manageable. On difficult days, choose one task that is both possible and meaningful and do it as a sacrament. It might be washing a dish and imagining it as care for the world, sending a single letter that might comfort, or making the bed with attention. Sacrament is attention made visible. At the center of these practices is the cultivation of small mercies as habit. The aim is not to be holy in a spectacular way, but to be faithful in the small avenues of our daily life. For faith without practice becomes memory. Practice without heart becomes duty. The disciplines we keep should bend the heart toward compassion and the will toward endurance. There are times when you must ask for help. Do not confuse spiritual discipline with solitary heroism. Find one person to be the companion of your practices, a friend, a counselor, a member of a faith community, and agree on one small thing you will do together each week. It could be nothing more than a 5-minute phone call to report how the small mercy question was answered that day. Accountability is not policing, it is company. If prayer feels dry, borrow the prayers of others. Repeat the liturgies of the church, the Psalms, a favorite hymn verse. There is wisdom in communal words precisely because they keep you from spinning alone. If you are unsure of language, pray with breath and one name. Lord, God, Mother, Friend, whichever holds warmth for you until a phrase forms. Finally, remember that rest is a moral practice. To rest is not to be lazy. It is to acknowledge limits and to trust that the world can bear a day without you at the center. Choose one day each week to abstain from productivity for a larger rhythm. If full Sabbath is impossible, create a Sabbath hour or morning. During that time, do two things: receive and give. Receive by letting your mind be quiet. Give by doing a small act of mercy. Sabbath recreated in miniature is still Sabbath. Tonight, before sleep, return to the opening coin of hope. Name one small hope and place it at your bedside. Tuck it into your pillowcase. Write it on a scrap of paper. Whisper it as you drift. Let the hope be modest and tender enough to be kept by the night. End with the old blessing again, or with words of your own, and let them fall like a hand across your brow. May the breath that steadies you this night remain the first thing you remember tomorrow. May the small mercies you cultivate become, over time, a life that looks less to the spotlight and more to the neighbor at the door. Trust the slow shaping. Trust the return.
Tonight, close your eyes with one sentence you will keep. I will be for someone tomorrow what I needed today. Let these practices be ordinary as breathing. Do them without spectacle, without tallying virtue. Where you stumble, begin again the next morning. Where you grow weary, lean into the company you have chosen. Remember, fidelity is not the absence of failure, but the willingness to return. Let patience become the posture of your hands and mercy the measure of your days. Go now with a small hope at your bedside and a single mercy in your pocket. Tomorrow, wait at a door and be the answer you once wished for. In the quiet work of care, a life is slowly made whole. May peace keep you. May small acts find their way to great healing. Amen.